It's hard to believe my guy Hank, Milton Hank, that slob of a human, has turned into like a very important Barstool guy and helping build apps and these ideas. But shout out to fucking Hank. Play Barstool.
What is Play Barstool? It's a free-to-play app. You can download it right now in the App Store. And basically, you're making 6 picks. It's Barstool employees competing against each other. If you go 6 for 6, you win upwards. You win $500 or even more. It's a progressive jackpot. So if no one wins the 500 in one broadcast, that carries over to 1,000 the next broadcast, and so on and so forth. And it's going to be Stoolies winning money each and every day, each and every broadcast.
There's never been anything like it in the history of the internet. We do things at Barstool that literally other companies don't even know exist. I signed up. I couldn't even believe I was doing it. So if you go to the Apple iStore, like, I literally have Jenga picks. I'm looking at it and it looks like an NFL simulator or the NASCAR, but it's for Barstool Jenga picks.
Something we've been working on for upwards of like 10 months, October, I don't know how many months it is at this point. It's crazy. We've been doing, hundreds of test broadcasts, all different types of content people in it. The app builders, we've been working with Penn, the people that build the app, like real life people. The Barstool difference is not going to be a factor with this app because the people that make it are the best in the business at making these free to play apps. So that part is very, very legit.
In Stool streams, when we do our games, whether it's Jenga, ping pong, shooting hoops, Stoolies people can go bet on the results and win real money on the slickest looking app ever. But if you haven't downloaded the app, it's in the App Store. Play Barstool, and you can just pass time. No real sports or whatever delay. You can fucking bet on Jenga and win money. Shout out Hank.
What do you have to say about this Rome's gambling corner? You're a gambling guy, huh?
Oh,
Expert.
yeah, I'm like one of the, the top gambling guy here.
Barstool can only have 4 gambling corners. You and RA are 2 of them.
Yeah, me and RA
we need
have 2
2
gambling
more.
corners.
We got ourselves a gambling room.
Unless it's a pentagon.
You have a weird belly button.
Yes, it's like kind of like half outy, half inny. It used to even be more out, but then it slowly grew in.
Reconstruction surgery?
No. I think the doctor just didn't really know how to cut an umbilical cord.
No, we learned that that's not, it's not
Well,
based on how they
middle.
cut it.
Yeah, it's what falls
it
out
falls
later.
off, so it's actually your anatomy is to blame for that, my friend.
Yes.
Well, like maybe only part of mine fell off.
Yeah, the
They
doctor
don't
wasn't the
cut
wonky
it right
one.
at the belly button. They cut
You're
it.
the wonky one.
And does it fall off?
Yeah, it falls off about 3 weeks later or 2 weeks later.
2 weeks later.
For 2 weeks, you got a
Kid just
penis.
has like a second dick.
When you
there?
have a kid for 2 weeks, they got like a little, they got like
A
yeah.
nub.
What?
And then it
I'm not
falls
going
off
near
like a
my
booger.
kid.
That's
Oh, kids
really
are gross.
I mean, for 9 months, they shit inside the mother.
It's just walking through with a towel.
They shit inside the mom for the last 8
gross. whoa, back, rewind that, Rome. Is that true?
No, that's not true.
Actually, well,
One of the big deals is
goes
if
into
they,
the mom
if they
shit,
do
right?
shit in the womb, that's a problem. And they got to get them.
Yeah, because then you have to wipe their butt in the womb. Then a mom has to put toilet paper. I'm not going to explain the anatomy.
Pick Central's coming back, huh? So,
It is.
How excited are you about that?
I am moderately excited. It's the first day. I've got Rico here. I've got Dan. I've got Marty. So pretty good foursome.
Are you just even keel? Is that what you're trying to?
Trying to just strike that balance. Everybody knows Brandon Walker. He's right down the middle. He never gets angry. Never gets upset. So that's where I'm going to be today.
Do you expect any drama to happen? Or
Oh
anything?
yeah, I do.
All right.
I'm worried. I don't know if the other guys, the Blackjacks, the Leducas of the world, are going to crash the show today. It could happen. It might not. I don't know. I've got a stun gun in my back pocket in case it does. We'll see.
I feel like you really don't care in a good way.
I don't give a fuck.
It's because it's your show ultimately. You
Correct.
Don't, yeah.
Yeah, I know I'm going to be there every day, and that's really all that matters.
I think, first of all, shout out to the NBA. They did it fantastic. That is
It
it's a
looked
video game.
amazing.
Yeah,
it
it's
felt
great.
good, like normal.
And baseball's back. I'm winning. not really winning, but I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
But it just, I feel back. My life is back. I'm looking at scores all day, hockey's throughout the entire day. What I'm looking forward to is Pick Central, a couple of do-to-dos going on. There's a couple of do-to-dos. There's Rico Riders will be in today. Blackjack Fletch and Paula Duca are upset about it. I feel like there's going to be some, is it animosity?
Yeah.
Pretty good. But yeah, it's going to be a couple do-to-dos. Do-to-dos? Do-to-dos has been a big thing on Pick Central this week. There's Dan's taking over the show. There's people that aren't allowed on the show. Well, I don't want to explain further because I have the do-to-do here.
Do-to-do king. Yeah, listen, do-to-dos aren't bad when you're friends. Like today, we had a do-to-do. I call your horse's ass.
Yeah, it's a do-to-do.
Then you have a do-to-do. I can't read. I miss a half because I'm getting frazzled. Those are little do-to-dos. It's not bad with your friends, but when you have big do-to-dos, that's a problem.
Yeah, do-to-do, personal do-to-dos is a big problem.
That's
Rico's got all of the do-to-dos. Now back to the episode. Brandon, I'm 100% on your side. This is me on your side. What's going on with the do-to-dos with the do-to-dos?
There is no side with me because I'm not on either side of the do-to-do. I host a show.
No, I'm on your side of you picked of like what you wanted. Like that's
Right,
because of people who you
but-
talk to.
So I haven't seen Blackjack and LaDuca in 4 months, and they didn't reach out to me. So I had to do a show. I think Rico's very entertaining. I've seen him like 5 or 6 times, and I said, "Hey, you want to come do it? Because I know that you can get to the office." And then once I did that, that's when Blackjack and LaDuca were like, "Hey, what about us?" I don't know.
My friends is a do-to-do.
But frankly, I'm a little bit fucking tired of it. I'm not taking one side or the other, but I wish they would just all get the fuck over it. Just push each other like men and get on with it.
Were you trying to butter me up?
Somebody sent me something, and then
Oh, you're trying to butter me up?
they said it was for you.
Wow.
Come on. God forbid you get a gift.
Butter me up.
God forbid you get a gift.
Buttering up has failed.
No butter?
Nah, I
Was
don't
it
want-
margarine?
Got it from somebody else.
Pure margarine?
Right on the file.
Look at this.
Canola oil? Was that a butter?
Navy soccer.
It's the truth. Ran for sure.
Navy. This is someone just said like someone just had a shitload of shirts, and they're like, "Hey, we got to get rid of these. Let's give them to Rico. Try to butter up Big Cat. Not gonna fucking buy it, dude."
Feels good. We're actually resetting all the records, and I was looking at the records last night from the first, I guess, season of Pick Central. Not great. I went negative 31 units in like the span of like 2 months. If you faded me, you're probably rich. If you tailed me, you're probably poor. But it's a new season. We're back. We had like 3 months to think about it. I'm only giving winners out from now on.
March 9th, 2020 was our last show. We were back August 3rd, 2020. Just Pick Central.
You thought you were gonna have like a Walter Cronkite
I
fucking
did.
like the great.
I saw
The
your
great
face.
drought is over. We're back.
You couldn't just hold off for 5 more seconds.
I need to get the pick in. It's the game's about to start. I want it officially on the record. Rangers over 5.5.
Fine. Dan starts us off. Rangers over 5.5. It's me, Brandon Walker, on Pick Central,
I got the
Barstool's
Rangers.
gambling show. It's Marty Mush.
Good pick, Marty.
It's Marty Mush. It's Rico Bosco.
Thanks for having me on the show, Brandon. I don't have a
What?
pick
Well-
yet. Yeah, thanks for having me on the show.
Well, you
Of
kind
course, you
of
don't have a pick yet.
had yourself on the show.
I don't think so.
All right, we'll get to the do-to-dos in a
Hoosiers.
second. We got to talk
My
about.
team's on the floor. My team's on the floor.
It's not your team. It's my team.
I'm a part of the team.
He's terrorizing.
My team's your team.
He's literally terrorizing.
Nah, absolutely not.
You made a blood oath to Rico Bosco.
Dan
You
told
never
me.
take it
Dan
back.
told me last week. He looked at me and he cackled. He was very excited about it.
Yeah,
Just
he
like
is.
that.
I love it.
And
He just loves it. He loves it.
He said. He told me I'm getting Rico.
Yeah.
You got Rico.
When you start giving in to the terrorists,
I didn't
How
give
is
in
it
to
you
terrorism?
ruins your life.
Two presidencies.
He's already decided who's on this show
I
for
didn't
4 out
give,
of 5
no,
days.
that's not
this
what
week.
happened. That's not what happened.
When you add Rico, then he also decides who can't be on this
I
show.
am tasked.
Who runs the show? You or Rico?
I run the show.
Okay.
I run the show. I was tasked with putting together an entertaining show. There are certain people out in the world I haven't seen in 4 months. I've seen Rico, and I know he's here, and I said, hey, Rico, will you come do the show whenever you can? He told me, okay, I can do it these days. I said, good, I'll see you.
I got my schedule for next week as well.
Oh, see, here you go.
Okay,
here you go.
I didn't pump the brakes.
He's gonna take
We'll work
every
it
day.
out. Whatever's available.
This episode of Stool Scenes is brought to you by Roman. For millennia, men have been trying to figure out ways to last longer in bed, but trying to list different species of frogs alphabetically doesn't always work. Thankfully, Roman, an online men's health company, is changing the game with Roman Swipes, the secret to longer lasting sex. Roman Swipes are clinically proven to help you last longer in bed. They're fast, easy to use, and don't require a prescription. They're shipped to you in discreet, unmarked packaging, and each swipe can easily fit in your wallet. They're super easy to use. You just take it out of the packaging, swipe it on your ding dong, let it dry, and you're good to go. Now you guys can go to getroman.com/scenes to get your first month of swipes for just $5 when you sign up for a monthly plan. That's getroman.com/scenes. So act fast and start lasting longer in bed. I know I will.
So the interns are here this week, so we decided that we would sit down, interview them, get to know them, find out what they do here, give them a chance to know us a little bit. And as an added bonus, I think a lot of them admitted that they wanted to murder Brandon Walker, so that when I do it, they're gonna go to them first. Suspect, boom, I got an alibi. It wasn't me. So what's your name?
Kevin, but they call me Carl.
Kevin Butt?
No, it's...
Kevin Carl.
Kevin
Carl mostly.
Butt?
Carl mostly.
Can you somersault well?
I'm pretty good, yeah.
How'd I do?
Not bad.
Can you just sit in that one and just move it over?
Yeah, so you sit in that one and then change positions. That one, please.
Well, don't leave it.
Yeah.
Always tuck in your chair. Raising a bar.
I've heard from the guys that you ask really hard questions.
I don't think so.
That says more about them.
It's mostly like, why do you want to work here? Like, what would you bring to the company?
Oh.
List 5 types of birth control.
Your hair's interesting.
Yeah.
What position in lacrosse did you play?
I played defense.
A rope, a wrench, a parking cone, scaffolding. How do you get out of the room?
I walk out the door. You never said it was locked.
There's no door.
I go out the window. I climb down using scaffolding.
That's so dumb. You
dumb.
just use the cone because the cone's one of the most fearful things of a human.
What am I doing with the cone?
Putting it somewhere and then they'll scare it off.
Scare what off?
The opening.
Scare away the opening so now I can't escape?
The cone.
The wall. Do you think that Rhea bullies Hank a little bit sometimes?
I could see her like being the more like dominant personality.
For sure.
No. Lada wasn't a good guy though.
I'm not interested in Brandon Walker.
We have a small app where we find the nearest, brothel to your home.
I think it might be in your best interest to send somebody else to the brothel.
Wrong. The correct answer is you ask what the name is. The most important part of any app is the name. That's just a fact. Our app is called Boober. You're running her social media?
Yeah, they're playing Brandon Cut too.
Okay. What's the worst clip that you've cut up so far?
I mean, it's just a completely different world for me. Like,
Wait a second. You cut up clips
of the pod, yeah.
of Plan B uncut?
Shit, yeah, fuck.
Huh. What if your only options were a guy that made $75,000 a year?
Mm-hmm.
His parents probably made about the same.
Where are we living?
You're living in Baltimore, in a Baltimore suburb.
Okay.
And your other option was a 50-year-old woman who makes $20 million a year.
See, that's the thing. Like, I'm not into women, so I would have to go with the man and just
slumming it with the dude.
But then
Yeah.
It's like.
Do you hate the poor?
No, I don't hate the poor at all.
Sounds like you hate the poor a little
No,
bit.
I don't. I'm just saying I want to marry a rich man.
What's your Twitter handle?
Dukes D00GS.
That was so obvious. You should have known that before you asked.
Seriously, what's your Twitter handle?
It's Dukes D00GS.
Okay.
I'm not interested in Brandon Walker, any and all part.
If you were to frame somebody for murder in this office, who would you frame?
Oh,
Who's the most believable murderer?
Brandon Walker.
For sure. I have a question. Do you surf?
No, I don't, but I tell people I do.
You just told me you didn't.
But I tell. Oh, shit.
Do you hate LSU?
Yes.
Do you hate Coach O?
Yes.
This interview's over. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
That was wonderful. Thanks. That was great. Pick the person out there who you think will be poorest when they're old?
Say it.
Grind. Just grind.
How?
Work harder
Yes.
than anyone else.
How?
What does that look like?
Just working my ass off.
What does working your ass off mean? First in, last out? Or while you're at work, you only work for 4 hours, but you do nothing but work during those 4 hours?
First in, last out.
All right, get down. And who is your Mount Rushmore of Beatles?
John Legend, Ringo Starr.
John Legend?
No, I'm sorry. I fucked up. Guys, if you're gonna use that, I'm gonna look like such a dumbass.
I don't think we can ask any more questions.
If you had to introduce a new piece of slang to the world, what would it be?
For gambling, I kind of like frunny. Like free money, frunny. So like it's like if I got a lock in the house, like it's just frunny. Like you gotta take it. It's frunny.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
I like everything about you, dude. What's your favorite piece of content that Barstool puts out?
KFC Radio.
The correct
I
answer
appreciate that.
was YP dancing to Gloria with his little rat. It's still good. It holds up to this day.
Or when Glennie writes the ambiance and balls, it's always fun.
That's true.
Ooh, how would you truncate the phrase "Free Palestine"?
Palestine.
I'm looking at the Foreplay tweets recently. Are you on the Twitter account for Foreplay?
Yes.
Okay, which one of these was your biggest success? This clip of Tiger Woods, this picture of Tiger Woods, or this graphic of 2 different Tiger Woodses on it? How would you truncate the phrase like a free attorney?
Oh, I just call that my dad.
It's good. It's good. I was just trying to get you to say fraternity, but that's a better answer.
Who would I disrespect? Fuck boys.
Fuck boys.
Glennie balls.
No, that's not what I mean like
He
that.
has an
Like,
inflatable hot tub in his mother's house. That's a fuckboy.
Shut up. Does he really?
Yeah, it's nice.
You haven't
Nice
seen
looking
the
sidewalk, like a $500.
that's just weird.
I never put it together that he's.
I think to be one, you just play girls. Like, I don't think you're playing girls if you have a hot tub in your mother's.
Is having a blonde and a brunette on a show diversity?
I mean, I go to Alabama and they say if you have a brunette in your sorority, you're diverse.
So yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I guess.
Give me your playlist.
Yeah, playlist?
Yeah.
Do you want like my actual playlist?
Just tell me.
What
do you
tempo?
have-
What's your
yeah.
tempo?
I mean, Levels by a lot of Avicii.
Yeah.
What's your
Yeah, I
tempo?
love that.
What's your favorite
128.
tempo? 128?
Yeah, 128.
What's that
Yeah.
sound like?
Like Levels, 128.
Give it to us.
Boom.
Josh here just told me about something. So we have a couple of new interns over there, and their names are something. Alyssa and Devon. And apparently Devon asked just now, she's very nervous, and she said, "Hey Josh, is Tommy Smokes here?"
She made me she pulled me over and she was like, "I'm not gonna yell it, but you have to introduce me while Tommy's here. I have this biggest fan."
You have to introduce me to Tommy Smokes. That's her. That's what she wants. That's her big dream at Barstool. So we're gonna make that happen right now.
Hey Tommy.
Hey Tommy. Come here. Don't worry about this. This is just me. I'm just eating this.
I thought you wanted me
So
to
we
do that.
have new interns.
Yeah.
Alyssa and Devon. Devon, big Barstool fan. She said, "Hey, you guys have to introduce me to Tommy Smokes. He's my favorite."
This seems like a prank.
That's what we thought it was too. We thought it was
Welcome
ridiculous.
to how we feel.
So we're gonna go meet Devon right now. You're the only one she wanted to meet. Let's go.
This feels like a prank, but also not. I have an effect on women that's incredible. But this feels like a prank.
If it were a prank, do you think I would be involved? Don't you think one of the funny ones would be involved?
Don't be so hard on yourself. I saw you over there talking to Josh and Rudy.
We're gonna go meet her now.
No, this seems like a prank, and I do not want to be in on it.
I swear to God, you.
Listen, Tommy, I promise you this is real. She
I would
said it
not do this
yesterday.
to you. You're my guy, Tommy.
Devon, come here, please.
I knew this was coming.
Oh, it's not.
I really just said to Josh, like, I need to meet Tommy.
Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, well, with Corona, probably shouldn't do a handshake. I went for a knuckle touch, but
We'll just-
well, it's the damage is
fucked
done
it up
now.
already.
Yeah. No, great to meet you.
Wow.
I was telling, I thought it was a prank.
No, it's not a prank. And do you know what the funniest thing is? Do you know who I'm interning for?
No.
Call her daddy.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Actually, it either makes sense or it makes the exact opposite of sense.
I don't think it makes sense.
I don't like how much Brandon is just watching us right now.
I think that he's just flabbergasted
That
that.
it's real?
I told Brandon sometimes, I have a magnetic effect on people
You
of
can
all
literally,
kinds.
you can ask Derek knows me from like school. Like I'll literally send your tweets. You can ask Derek if you don't believe me.
Tommy doesn't know what to do with his hands. He's never been more nervous. I've never seen anyone more uncomfortable around a woman.
So nervous.
Look at his hands.
No.
Look at his hands.
I think they fist.
You're
bump.
uncomfortable by
I think they did a fist
association.
bump.
Yeah.
Zoom in on it.
Look at it.
I stand like this. You stand like this.
Yesterday we had like our intern what would you call them, interviews, and they were grilling us, and they
Right,
said
for, like,
who's your
school
favorite.
scenes?
Yeah, they said who's your favorite, and I said you, and they said that they were gonna say that as a joke, but I said I wasn't joking.
That's huge.
She did
I
say
really
it.
did say it.
She
Everybody
said
was
Wait,
like,
who
"You're
said they
lying."
were going to say that as a joke?
I'm pretty sure. I think PFT said, "Oh, I was going to tell you to say that as a joke," but I was like, "No, I'm being 100% serious."
It's a surprising answer given the the daddy gang beef. I thought you might hate me maybe.
No.
Maybe you can give me my makeover.
Me and Alyssa. Ask
Yeah.
Alyssa will be
Yeah.
more blunt.
My shorts are shorter today.
He said
Rudy.
that maybe I
Not much.
could give him a
These are a
makeover, and I
normal
said,
size
"Me and
shorts. You fucking serious?
a little higher.
Yeah, clearly above the knee.
Show a little thigh,
With
baby.
the 5.5 inseam.
These are a normal
The-
pair of shorts. These are one of my cooler pairs of shorts, if we're being very honest.
I'd say you needed different shoes.
Oh,
I would agree.
Yeah, I'd say like white shoes would have been better.
Talk to me about how he ties his shoes. I've always
I
thought.
don't.
know.
I'm
Let me
incapable of
see.
tying my
Oh
shoes.
wow,
No,
that's
Are they-
really
Did
messy.
Bought these at H&M for like $12.
The fact that you said they're the nicest shorts you
Jerome,
have is a
that's
little concerning.
I feel like, what is the vibe that you usually go for?
Like super laid back, like cool dude, like surfer bro type thing. Like like Rudy's vibe basically. Like show them your
Identical fit.
Yeah, like
This is what you want.
Identical fit.
But this is like really far off.
Yeah, like I don't think you guys dress the same at all.
I feel
Says
like
you.
okay, I'm being picky, but that's because we're supposed to be picky
Casey,
right
is
now.
there something you'd like to say?
I was just wondering why you can't look at him in the eye when you talk to him.
There she goes. I've been making tons of eye contact.
Now he's gonna stare through.
Looking straight past you guys all the time.
Well, I was
looking
I was actually specifically looking at you because I saw you talking about me. So that's not avoiding eye contact. That's trying to just keep an eye on who's speaking about me at every given moment. Just ignore
Okay.
ignore all the motions I'm doing. But
But that's what I mean. Like this is like a
Yeah.
basic piece. Like you need more
Yeah,
like
you need more of
basic.
those.
no, you don't.
Instead of-
I go for basic.
Like non-printed things.
Yeah,
By basic
well,
or like basic.
I
Like,
have a sensitive chest, so I don't like things with designs on them. I like to keep.
No,
I don't like wording
okay, so
and
they
stuff.
don't have designs, but like that's
Who
not.
says that?
I do.
What does that mean?
Like if I wear like things with designs around my chest, it's uncomfortable for the
So
entire day.
you'll feel
But I
that
don't-
on your chest.
yeah.
That I want to.
Yeah, so get more things.
No, that would be
more
fine.
like graphic
You just
tees.
felt me up, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
It's just
more
an
like-
excuse to feel you. Well, I walked into an Urban Outfitters one day and I was overwhelmed.
You said not for me. Not for me. There's too much going on in
Way
here.
higher caliber coolness that I just
So you're intimidated.
Oh, I get
I feel like you just then you know
dress
what?
nice.
You need more confidence.
I think it's been a pleasant conversation. I think the way it started was awkward for
Well,
sure.
because you didn't believe it.
I didn't
See,
believe
that-
the way
that-
Brandon said it.
And he said that I really wanted to meet you. But there, you said I just had a list. You said that you had confidence, but I would challenge that and say, if you didn't
I
believe
would
him,
generally believe it. I know. I see in my comments. I have this magnetic pull on women. It's insane. I can't get over it sometimes. What are you throwing your hands up in your air?
Listen, I gave you a compliment. I said I've seen you pull really hot girls, which is why I'm confused why you can't talk to them like a normal human.
Oh damn, dude! She's fucking
Because of the way it was set up.
I was listening to Brandon Walker. He was over there watching you talk, and he was like, the kid doesn't even know what to do with his hand.
This is a normal way to put your hand.
Oh man, I love you, Tommy.
Look, if this was at a bar or so, forget it. It'd be the wit, the charm would be out through the.
Oh, it'd be a wrap.
No. What? It was the way it was set up was an uncomfortable situation. I'd argue it's still relatively uncomfortable, and but I think it's gotten better as the time has progressed.
I feel comfortable.
I feel comfortable.
I
think
feel
it's just
comfortable.
you that
I don't like
feels
how other
uncomfortable.
people are making.
No, I won't mind.
Everybody else.
Anybody's paying
Hold on.
attention.
Nobody's.
Paying
But
attention
Casey, is this how you felt in Urban Outfitters?
Yes, it's very similar to how I felt in Urban Outfitters.
He is so uncomfortable to watch that it's actually entertaining. I have secondhand embarrassment. I know you can. Like, you're surprised. He's surprised that I'm talking shit about him. He talks shit about me all the time. I miss the feud with Tommy.
Yeah.
I mean, look how awkward he is.
This from Banana Republic.
He gave her, I guess maybe for social distancing it's good. He gave her a fist pound, but it was...
Oh, yeah, see, that's the thing is you can't shame that.
Yeah.
Right? But I mean, 5 months ago, I would have shamed the shit out of that. I love Tommy, but I mean, he's awkward.
No, great to meet you. I was telling, I thought it was a prank.
No, it's not a prank. And do you know what the funniest thing was?
I thought it was a prank too. A beautiful moment. Up next is not an intern. This is a full-time employee, and his name is Bailey Carlin. He tweets every goddamn
What's
thing
up,
that comes to
Bailey?
his mind.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Brandon, why don't you don't like Bailey?
I do like Bailey. I have
No,
interacted with
you
Bailey.
actually said, quote, I don't think there's anything I like about this guy.
No, I have interacted with Bailey more than anybody in this company. Would you agree with that, Bailey?
Yeah, it hasn't generally been positive interaction, but it has been interaction. I will give you that.
The Yak's interesting. I listened to the show when I could. I actually don't have Sirius XM, so I listened to it whenever I was in like my dad's car and I happened to be and stuff, and then obviously the clips you see on social media. And just, once I announced I was working at Barstool, I'm not kidding when I say daily DMs saying, you and Nick Tarani are gonna get along so well. You and Nick are gonna be buddies. You and Nick are gonna be boys. And then the first day when they were pulling all the interns into the Yak, Brandon Walker, who me and him just keep fighting with each other on Twitter. He hates me, just truly hates me. So him and a ton of the commenters on my blogs have that in common. And they brought me on the show, kind of got after me for being vegan, got after me for tweeting constantly, and specifically honed in on this idea that I personally feel that leeks are underrated, the vegetable.
Your food choices are fucking terrible.
Are they?
Oh, no.
But I think you're also a vegetarian, right?
Vegan, so even worse.
Oh.
Yeah.
You had that one tweet about your like leeks are super underrated, and I was
Leeks.
like, is he?
You don't like leeks? You don't
No,
like
I thought you were doing a bit like, can I get the lowest interaction on a tweet?
Oh, no. I actually got some decent... I wasn't ready for that. I actually got some positive interaction on the leeks tweet. I was surprised. Yeah, I feel
Okay,
like
then
it's
keep
for
doing
fun.
you. Yeah, whatever makes you happy, you should do. I just know when you tweet pictures of your food, I throw up a little bit.
I think they're a vegetable. They're an onion of some sort. They're in the vegetable family. And then I prepared leeks for them yesterday, or I prepared leeks for them Tuesday.
So happy.
Would you like to pass on? Would you like me to serve?
Before we eat them, what are we prepared?
Don't talk in that mic, Bailey.
What if they're great? What if they taste really good?
We're not going to tell him.
What do we do now? What do we do if they're really good? We just
Oh,
ignore it
they
and
smell
pretend they're bad?
fantastic.
Or we say,
leeks are
"Oh,
good.
no,
I just want to say leeks are good before we eat these.
So that's what I gave you for leek day.
I mean, that was fantastic.
Very garlicky, a lot of garlic to it, a nice crunch to it as
I
soon
think
as you
you
bite
cheated.
into it.
I cheated. How did I cheat?
Yeah,
Butter.
Yeah. Vegan butter, not real butter.
That's really good.
Vegan butter, not real butter, is what I went with for leek day.
And they went really well. They liked them. And then they decided that I was a cheater because I cooked them with garlic. So now I will be going back today, actually, to present them with raw leeks, which I don't think they're going to enjoy because it's raw leeks and no one really takes a bite out of a raw onion. But it's been fun. Those guys have been good to me, so I've enjoyed it. Since the boys were upset that I cooked the leeks, which their leek understanding is pretty low, so I'm bearing with them here. But we came in with raw leeks today, in 2 forms actually.
Oh, 2 forms.
In 2 forms, yeah. Not messing around here. So this, just long, Excalibur-ass looking Leek sword that we have there. And then got a nice lunchbox here. It's my summer booze cooler. And then lunchbox. And then we just have some cup boys here. There. So just a little bit easier to consume. I'm not sure if anyone's gonna just take a chunk out of that one.
Yeah.
I had this vision in my head of like a Kevin in The Office when he's eating the broccoli type thing. I have a vision in my head of someone doing that, so we'll see if any of them literally bite for that.
Eat it.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't think it'll go over great, to be honest, because it's basically raw onions, but
Yeah.
we're going to see how it goes. I mean, this is... I didn't love carrying this on the subway, I have to be honest. I got some looks today just carrying this because it didn't fit. Yeah, so, I mean, it's just... But we're here for it. It's Leek Week. We're figuring it out.
Walking by just
I'm doing token shit.
What the fuck was
I'm
that?
doing token
Tell me
stuff.
what you were doing. You know what? Cancel the leaks today. Leaks are canceled till tomorrow.
Leaks are canceled today?
Yeah, because you know what you're doing.
I'm recording token in 5 minutes. That's why I was over there. Trying to cancel Leak Day. Can't cancel Leak Day. It's Leak Week. All right. These are cut up.
Wait, they're raw?
Yeah, that's what was requested. That's what was
You wanted
requested
them, Brandon? No, I don't want to roll it.
Yeah,
You have to try the
There you go. Apparently the white ones are easier to eat. There's a big white one there, but it's bigger, so I'm not sure what's going on there.
Pretty good.
That's good crunch you got.
Nah, I can't rate it.
That was a shallot.
Yeah, that wasn't
That
a leek.
was no leek. That's a shallot.
No, that's not a leek.
I
dude.
brought one as an example. That's a leek.
Let me take a bite of that big leek.
You want a bite of the big leek?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you sure?
You ready for the big leaks?
Let me unsheath
I'm ready for the big leeks.
Let me unsheath it for you.
You can make little hamburger tastes.
Are you holding?
Oh my god, this is.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Get into it like an apple. That way he's crying.
Nick, what the fuck?
Can't say I can rate it.
Yeah. You need it on a burger.
He needs it maybe on a steak.
Another bite, maybe another half bite, Nick, because it seems like he didn't really get a full one.
Yeah, you're right. I think that's a good idea, bro.
What about the other side? You got the same
get the
hue
pulp
as when you
in
were
it.
lifting weights yesterday, just some beet red.
Oh, man.
That one looked better.
Took a plug out of that.
It's delicious. Today, Big Cat specifically, but the boys in general requested fried leeks on a burger. So what I'm doing is I'm going to get myself some burgers from Five Guys because one, I can't cook a burger really well as a vegan, and two, that's what Big Cat told me to do. And he kind of like feels like my boss in this situation, so I'm just gonna go for that. So we're gonna go get some burgers. I already got the leeks fried up this morning, and then later we're gonna give them to the boys.
So much going on. Come on, Bailey.
Yielding burger. Pop on the mic there, Bailey.
How's it going, guys?
Good. Those are smelly. Those are smelly today.
Smelly, like stanky smelly?
Dana's in here
Okay.
too.
So, alright. Not a great look.
It's
Okay,
Leek
so
Week.
what I did is I got some burgers from Five Guys.
Yep.
I fried some leeks, deep fried some leeks,
Okay.
and then I plopped those on top. So that's pretty much what we're, and then I cut them into little triangles, because I feel like little triangles always taste a little better when it comes to sandwiches.
Pass some bitches out.
Let's do it.
So this is basically a smaller burger with more onions on it, and that's White Castle's entire recipe for
Bailey, the
whole
Wonton Don told me to make sure to tell you he wants some leeks after this. So
Alright.
save some for him.
Is this an uncheesed burger?
Is this real meat?
That's not a Five Guys
Did
burger.
you fucking poison us?
No, it's
Brandon,
not.
it's beyond meat, isn't it?
No, it's not, I swear.
Brandon's standing up.
I
Brandon's
swear.
standing up. He's
Check the
mad.
tape.
He's gonna throw a chair.
You can check the tape. Five Guys, I was there.
I spit mine out.
The tape's on there. The tape's on the memory card.
Alright, I'm ready to rate my leeks.
Oh, this is big.
What are we rating? I'm not ready yet.
The leeks?
Alright, fine. We'll do it next week.
Okay.
Alright, thanks, Bailey.
So, we're not rating them yet?
No.
Yeah.
Save Monday.
Okay, I'll see you guys Monday. Thanks for
Nothing
everything.
tomorrow,
I appreciate
but
the additional
Monday.
opportunity. Thank you.
Let me tell you, people are misconstruing my words like a toaster strudel. It's like, I know John Morant's not a bad basketball player, but he's just not the best he can be. I'm pretty much like a dad who tells you when you sucked in your game, you're gonna fucking run laps when you go home. That's all I'm telling Ja to do. I'm honestly, I'm just a, what's it called, a speaker? Motivational speaker. I'm a veteran professional baseball player that's just molding the rookies to be like, hey, you gotta do better next game. He was trash. You can't lie about that. And then Jurkic, you could fuck off, that guy. Was telling me I didn't do anything. You ever hear of counterterrorism? Home Depot flowers, the hydrangeas? Get off me, Nurkic.
What's the backlash from Twitter, NBA Twitter?
Not good, bad.
Say that in a sentence.
The backlash from the NBA Twitter, not good.
I mean, NBA Twitter is pissed at me. And Nurkic, dude, you're Nurkic. I play professional baseball. I don't know what you're talking. He can't. John Morant could do whatever he wants to me. I mean, that's gonna sound bad. That's gonna sound really bad. But I know John Morant. He's not great, but he's not Nurkic, you know.
Darius Geist DM'd me. He for no reason, just like, what's going on? You don't have to tell people that. Kind of boys now. I got RJ Hampton yelling at me. Then all these people saying, Marty Mush, you're pulling pictures from my TikTok of me dancing. It's been a rough day, but you know what? It's okay. Got to get the takes out there. I didn't do it just. It's not a shtick. I just think John Morant needs to be held to a higher standard than he is. I know he's 20 years old, and I'm only 26. People call me 47. Zion will be on pace for 6.07s.
You don't need the actual numbers. In fact, that's a lot bigger. It's like 6 times higher.
What the fuck are you saying?
Ignore me. Just read it.
I'm just all these stats are proving that I'm right. That Zion's is way better. But dude, these words are RPM sounds like a car. Using steroids.
What does RPM stand for?
RPM stands for real plus minus, which is ESPN's standardized plus minus metric that accounts for the other players that are on the court.
When did Barstool become a fucking nerd factory? We're hiring nerds.
He talked for 10 minutes and I was like, I literally understood 2 words. And that's just not me being dumb, that's just he's used crazy words.
But he's given stats that are helping you?
They're helping my argument that John Morant's just not that good.
He's just not that good. Especially if you compare him to Zion, he's just not that good.
But this is good.
We're gonna make your argument good so you can argue it.
Said I'm molding a young player and I'm old. I'm 26, so I'm molding a 20-year-old to be better. When you played hockey, right? Did your parents yell at you when you sucked?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, dude, you suck today. Get your head out of your ass. My dad literally said, get your head out of your ass, and I'd go to the batting cage and he'd yell at me more. That's what I have to do with John Morant. I know John Morant says that was his first hater and that's what motivated him. Now I'm helping him too.
And it has nothing to do with the fact that the entirety of Twitter attacked you.
No. What? That doesn't. I'm getting dragged bad.
What's NBA Twitter like?
Mean, just like they're bringing up my TikTok dancing.
No. Oh,
yeah.
no. Okay, now that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
They're bringing out everything. But they don't know that I worked in counterterrorism. They don't know that I could tell you from a hydrangea to a tulip to a fucking perennial.
They don't know that you're an extra in House of Cards?
Exactly. Fucking on the History Channel, thought it was a porno, wasn't.
Yeah.
Sick show.
They don't know that you worked with Kevin Spacey.
And now I'm doing RPMs. Because John Morant's stats look so much better because he's played so many more games, and his team still only won like 4 more games than Zion's.
Yeah, and he has personally contributed fewer wins to his team than Zion, despite playing 40 more games.
Trash bag.
Right? No, that's the big one that I'm trying to explain. Like, that's a huge deal.
That's a huge deal. That means you're not good. Alright, I'm ready to
Hold on.
So
say what he just told you about the wins.
That John Morant has played 40 more games and contributed less wins than Zion. Yeah.
Real plus minus wins. So it's wins that are derived, ignore the word, from the plus minus stat that ESPN made.
Get your computer.
Okay.
Write it on the thing and put it by the camera. So John Morant last night proved the reason why he's not cunt rag. Last night, John Morant proved why he's not the Rookie of the Year. I dove into some stats like a mathematician, Billy Bean on the left, fucking Bill Nye on the right. What?
That was good.
Billy Bean Nye isn't bad, but
But I mean, Bill Nye isn't doing a whole lot of sports analytics, but whatever. You do you.
Who's the sports science guy?
Last night, Ja Morant proved to us all why he's not Rookie of the Year. I dove deep on some statistics. My inability being showed me that you can't laugh behind the fucking camera. You can't. I dove deep into statistics. My inability being and my out of Bill Nye. Here's why. Oh yeah! Yeah! Zion's added 38% more. Zion has added 38% more total wins to the Pelicans than Ja's added to the Grizzlies, according to ESPN's RPM wins metric. For those that you don't know, not smart enough, that's real plus minus wins. After the Grizzlies win tonight and Ja Morant scores 67 points, you're going to thank me, just like Ja's going to thank me in this post-game presser, because I'm a motivational speaker and I'm a motivational gambler for the people. Thank you.
People are trying to say it's not the eye of the storm, when it obviously is the eye of the storm. It's eerily calm outside, and there's been storm going left and right.
Balls deep in the eye right now.
The people who think that it's not the eye are the ones who are gonna die.
You're the ones that go outside and then get blown away.
I'm the first person to say it was the eye of the storm. No, it's the eye.
End is a word of pride.
No,
I mean, the eye is your end of your face.
Real eyes, real eyes.
Especially when there are real eyes going on outside.
That was actually written by a 15-year-old girl that got blown away from standing in an eye of a storm.
People forget that.
She ended up in Kansas.
Wait, who's a
and
denier?
Then she found a bunch of little dudes running around.
Jeff DeLo's
took her on this really long trip with flying bats and stuff. It's crazy.
You been doing edibles lately?
It's just Wizard of Oz, man. No big deal. Classic movie. That shit.
Jeff D, you're saying this is not the eye?
Yeah, I'm debunking it.
How? Evidence.
Well, I'm sorry. When did you graduate with a degree in what's the weather?
Climatology?
Meteorology.
Ron and I went to the best meteorology school in the country.
As two Penn State guys, we're right 50% of the time.
Yeah.
Also, best ice cream at Cold Stone Creamery.
That's a fact.
What are you looking at?
Jake's another denier. Meanwhile, Kyle over there.
Actually, I have flipped. I've flipped. That is Nick. That's not Photoshop. Nick only does this type of stuff in Photoshop. So I'm wrong. Billy's right.
That's the eye.
Yeah, that's the eye right there.
No, dude, look.
Show him, Billy.
Billy.
Dude, look.
What? Look at
it's a
what?
circle
Yeah.
of storm. It's just not complete right now because it's not showing when it whips around. Dude, I deny your science and we're in the eye of the storm.
As a Floridian.
I'd rather be in the eye than live in being on the side of a tropical storm.
That means there's more to come.
Yeah,
so
we're
I guess
about to get hit with more.
Time will tell. We might get some sprinkles.
Well, look, you see this circle here?
Yeah, the circle is in Albany.
What?
And Syracuse.
There's no circle there.
What are you talking about?
Because it's sort of like a tropical storm, so it's like if it was a hurricane, it'd all the way loop around, but we're technically in the eye. If it was a hurricane, we'd be in the eye. And it's more fun to be in the eye.
Playing hurt. I gotta get moving. It's bad. I gotta get moving. Make Billy run for being late.
Agreed. We will do that.
A minute for every minute. A mile for every minute.
I think I asked him to be here at 2 today.
Oh, that's tough.
You absolutely did. I actually remember that.
Wow. I think he actually told you.
No, Billy asked me what time he should
And
get
you
in.
said 2 o'clock.
I said 2. 2:17 right now.
17 miles.
Buddy dodged the tree.
It's very weird being in this room playing this game and being like coherent.
And we have to walk out.
It's like a weird.
On our own free will.
Yeah, it's a weird dynamic right now.
It's like going back to prison just to get a quick lift in. You know?